All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for HunterxHunter, episode 117. Gone.
Killa's gone.
Killa is gone. Yeah. And gone is about to kill you.
FP2? Yeah. As soon as that hour is up. Oh boy.
Well, that's the thing. HunterxHunter has essentially bucked convention in some ways a little bit in what we predicted, but also completely not, because they are, at the very least right now, they have reached an agreement.
Yep.
And we don't know if Kite truly can be saved, even though, or can't be saved. We don't believe he can.
FP2's probably gonna, give her best shot. But
there's yes, she's gonna give her best shot, but we both are pretty much aware that there's almost no way in what we know that it makes sense for Kite to be saved.
Right.
But what will they do? Will they have it be where they'll actually go through with that? Will Gon's just emotion take over and just
who knows?
And all that?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But Killa's somewhere right now.
Where did Killa go?
Yeah.
Where did Killa go? Guys, last episode was crazy. So this one is probably going to be a little bit of a doozy too. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh! Wow, they're just kicking it off with a bang right there. Wow.
Yep.
Oh. You can feel just his soul just laid bare in that voice acting. Yeah.
Hey!
Melioron. Oh, that's where Killa went. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay. All I'm gonna
say though is that the assassin just got a stealth field generator. Like this will be a pretty sweet combo, if I do say so.
You just try again. You just go away. You can smile, or you can try, right? Yeah. We can't smile, Smiling is for previous arcs. Boy. Yeah. I love how the ground is still peppered with the mortar shells of the Dragon Diver. Why are you not in the mood? Oh! Ha! Wow, Cheetu.
Can't the elderly get any rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how Zeno just does not care about Cheetu. Like, use patience then.
Yeah.
I just love also that Zeno is walking.
Like,
away.
how far is he gonna walk?
Right.
Exactly. That's not a very good compliment.
But that is an insult.
Well, that's true.
Oh, see, Jacob,
yeah.
see, called it. Professional, and he's about to break professionality for this freaking idiot. Oh.
Oh.
Nice. Dead ant. Wow.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, they knew about it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, that whole little bit, that was confusing. Maybe a mistranslation?
Or. Yeah. Minimum.
Cool. Very
Okay.
specific. Okay. Oh my gosh, Knuckle.
Oh boy.
He is a pacifist.
But this doggo is a bit more than what you're used to.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, backstory, Jacob.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh.
No way.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
But Youpi is a physically more impressive opponent.
But what happens if he just stops chasing?
Oh.
Because, see, that's the problem. Youpi's a guard dog.
Yeah.
So he runs back around, picks up Shoot, and carries him away.
Yeah. No.
Right. Oh.
Correct for him to assume that? Cool.
Oh.
Shoot. Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, exactly. Except you have to say it like Knuckle. Shooter!
Whew.
Oh, no, now he's going to be rash and stuff, and...
Alright!
I appreciate your resolve, buddy, but... Play this smart. Play this smart.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good. Okay. Ooh, I was worried he was gonna, like, charge in or something, but I'm like, no, he's smarter than this. Come on. Wait.
Oh, so he's basically... Is Youpi just waiting to kill Morel if he wins?
No, it seems like more of a pride thing. Huh. I love his voice actor, though.
Mm-hmm. Ow.
Yeah, ow. Oh, buddy.
Okay.
Dang it. Seriously, but he can't. He can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. It's a side of humanity. See, this is what the story's all about. It's just aspects where our humanity can lead us to great things and simple mistakes.
Yep.
Simple, yeah,
In a lot
simple
of ways,
foolishness.
Our ability to make mistakes is what makes us human.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Jeez. I just love that it's just right there with it. Just it's like I just want to have memes where it's like the butt. I touched it. Touched the butt.
Funny thing is that Knuckle could also wait to engage Youpi until and just wait nearby and let the interest keep going up.
Yeah.
Of course, there isn't much right now, but.
Conditions, my boy. Probably some conditions being met at this moment. A mistake? Yeah, possibly.
I think that's a definite possibility.
You could have both, actually. You could make a mistake about the Royal Guard and the operation be working, so...
Yep. Because right now, all of them are CC'd, so...
Spiritual message. He's just like, I give up. Crap.
Youpi's like, I'm all alone. Yes.
Youpi's priorities are all off as well. See? He's wandering around wasting time.
Right.
Oh! Here we go.
Secundus.
That expression on Youpi's face. Yo! Oh, I think someone's about to vent their frustration. Yep.
Oh, boy.
Oh, crap.
Into something different than he was before?
Yeah. Oh, crap.
What the crap?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Whoa. Youpi just raged.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Grab, shoot, and run.
Go.
Run. Okay, at least this snapped Knuckle back into reality. Ah! Thank you.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
What?
Nope, out of there. Nope, out of there.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yeah,
Nope. Whoa.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay. But if they can, then they can beat him.
It's like an emotional representation of conditions that have a negative aspect.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Almost.
Whoa, I love how they bring it out as an emotional thing. The dregs of his ego.
Right, because he's a good doggo.
Yes. Oh. Interesting. I have something for the discussion of this.
Okay. Right.
There's a cool duality in there with Knuckles' status, though. Wow. Good grief.
Oh boy.
Wow. Okay, I'll quickly say what I was trying to bring up with the... Or I don't really have the time to form it into the words without, like, not paying attention to what was on screen. Was basically that Youpi is the least human of all the people involved in this whole thing.
Sure.
He has the magical beast aspect of him. But he was basically learning how to remain selfless in an act of where he was letting his emotions, his self, take over.
Yeah.
Knuckle was about to let his self, his emotions take over because he's human and do something stupid.
Right.
Youpi did let it take over and did something kind of stupid, but in that found basically a balance of sort. So Youpi's little mini development that he went through is something that Knuckle could learn from, basically. Knuckle could actually look at this, and they said that his superior experience basically made him understand it. I just think that's a cool little like focus point for Knuckle to gain from as a character.
All right.
Okay. Now, it's hard to, I would say, have an episode that it just has like, weight to it that can be even comparable to the previous episode's one there.
Yeah.
But there was something interesting that they did in this episode with tackling this whole idea of selflessness versus selfishness.
Right, the human versus animal sides.
Yes. And maybe finding also balance in the emotional human side of things. Mm-hmm. Because while Youpi has magical beasts, like DNA in him and stuff,
he's also a chimera ant.
He's also a chimera ant, which, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but does he have 0 human DNA? Or does he just have way less because it's mostly magical beast
I'm not
stuff?
sure.
Okay.
I would think at this point he would have at least some, because they weren't feeding the queen any more magical beasts at that point. It was basically all just humans.
Sure.
So,
like maybe she stored a specific amount of magical beast stuff to be saved in her for a specific Royal Guard member or what have you. But I think that it would be, because the chimera ants have the capability of evolution and stuff, emotions aren't a strictly human thing.
That's true.
So I would say that the main point is that Youpi does have emotions. And that's something that's kind of cool to bring up in how it's contrasted by that he is the most beast-like of them all.
Right.
He is ruled primarily by instinct. He is almost frustrated right now, I think, because his instinct and his programming isn't leading him towards an obvious choice, an obvious conclusion.
And he's not the best at, say, doing individual, independent, creative thinking.
Right. It's something that's above his pay grade, and he's okay with that.
Yeah, he takes his orders, and he does it, and
he's
does
a good dog.
Obediently, and
he's a good boy. Yeah. But the thing is right now, he's letting, I would say, the influence, of Knuckle and these humans get to him and have it rattle his own internal state. So what we are seeing in some way is an alternate spin of what's going on with Shia LaBeouf, I'd say. Because of Kamugi's influence, the king changed, and therefore Shia LaBeouf changed because his entire identity is wrapped up in how the king should be in his internal mind. So Youpi is a more simplified version of that because he's not thinking at that high of a level as Shia LaBeouf, but he is caring at that high of a level.
Yes.
And that's something that I think is curious, because it seems like every time we focus on a Royal Guard member's character, not just their abilities or what have you, they are trying to showcase how they are changing in the middle of this whole event.
Yes.
Like they are all actually fundamentally changing little by little.
And I would say they're doing that with all of the characters, like from the fact of how, Netero, was like, oh yeah, gave the little thumbs back, to Zeno, who was like, I'm not going to say what you guys should do, or, was like, I'm not going to kill Cheetu, and then, or the whole thing of, this was the first time I might have killed somebody that wasn't a target, while on the job. And so, that's again bringing up the whole humanity aspect.
Right.
But then at the same time, he's thinking, like, I kind of want to just kill this guy. Because he's being annoying, and I'm probably not having a very good day right now.
I think Zeno was stressed out of his mind through this whole thing, and he's walking away because it's like cathartic. It's actually
he's like, I need some time to think and stuff. Silva's flying up above with the dragon and all that, and that's cool. But he's like, yeah. Hold on just a second. I need to process this.
Chattering boxes. I do like, though, that Zeno actually didn't kill him.
Yeah.
I do like, though, that when it was revealed, we thought it was like, really cool ability.
Just like,
Omae wa mu shinderu. Nani? And we're like, okay, that's cool, Zeno. But then it's revealed, holy crap,
it's
no,
Silva.
that's Silva. Yep. And Silva's back with his sexy, sultry voice, and it's like, whoa, daddy.
He's like, how's my boy doing?
He is matured. I do like how Zeno actually has a little bit more of that, your boy's matured, He has that more of a raspy voice because he's kind of an old geezer, you know. But then we have Silva, who's like,
business is very important to me.
Well, it's very important to me. Like, I've always been professional, but you and your chittering voice just makes me want to cut a bitch, you know? Hey, Cheetu, chittering. There we go, we changed your name. You're no longer Cheetu, you're Chitta. You just chitta. Anyways, that was fun. But I like that aspect of Silva being the one that maybe is wrapped up more in the importance of I am a Zoldyck. And Zeno is just kind of like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, you know, like, we're Zoldicks, yeah, but, I mean, come on, when you've lived as long as I have.
Right. Yeah. He has his own ideals, but
he doesn't take himself too seriously.
He doesn't take himself as seriously, it seems. Yeah. Like, in a good way, in a healthy way, because he's more rounded and balanced.
Exactly.
I think that's what this episode was also about, is about people trying to stay balanced, and people just not able to stay balanced.
Right, yeah. Which is, in a lot of ways, it makes it perfect for coming after the previous episode.
Oh, where we had the most imbalanced, shift in a character.
That was all about that. Right? And they even made sure to remind us of it in an amazing way that was not recap.
That's
which
true.
I'm really glad about, because
we had Melioron.
Well, yeah, we had Melioron and all that stuff. But if they had resolved it to just same footage, same stuff over again or whatever, we're not going to forget something like that, right? So it's just like, thank you, Hunter, for not redoing what has already been done, as amazing as it was, when you can instead show a different perspective on it and the like. So that was cool.
It also felt like of what they did recap, which was like a very small amount, they timed it and transitioned it in a specific way to showcase kind of what Killua deemed to be the most important. It was almost like of all the things that happened in 116, which were crazy, Killua's main thing that he latched onto was it's not as important to you, Killua.
Right,
like, this is easy for you. And it's like, oof. Like, Killua, like, that cut him deep. Like, all the other stuff, that was a thing that hurt, and it was a really stressful time for him. But that... Ooh.
Yeah.
Knife to the heart.
Yep.
Oh, boy. But Melioron coming here, I can't believe we didn't predict that.
Great.
It makes sense, because he was literally in transit trying to find them.
And it's not like they didn't cause a ruckus, you know?
Well, it's the way that also Killua would disappear like that, and it wouldn't be like something where people would be like, wait, where did Killua go?
Oh, gotcha.
How did he move so quick?
Oh, I think Killua just left the room and Gon wasn't paying attention, and then it was something where Melioron came up later, and he's like,
that works
hi.
too.
You know,
that works totally too.
But that it both works. But the fact now that we have the assassin who now doesn't even need to worry about trying to be, you know, sneaky. They just are imperceptible. Like
yeah. One of the things that
cool things could happen with that.
Right. One of the things that I'm trying to like boil this down to is we have Killua, who realizes that he has a little bit of time to work with, and he cares about his friends. Right now, I think it's now just a choice of, is he going to try and kind of coddle Ikalgo a little bit more and protect him? Because it's a combination of coddling and protecting, but it's mostly protecting from from Killua's perspective.
Yeah, they want to make sure the
who
mission
really
goes well.
needs him right now is freaking Knuckle. Knuckle is alone. He needs another CC buddy.
Yep,
that
absolutely.
can basically harass and Killua electricity.
I mean, I get the feeling that might not be as effective on Youpi as they would
it's just
like.
Fast.
Right, but the thing is, he's fast.
Well,
and here's the other thing. The main reason that Melioron was less effective against Youpi before was because Youpi had the tentacles and was just going ham.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's true.
Now, he might bring the tentacles back,
Youpi
but
changed
the thing
form,
is,
so
he changed form.
That's true.
So that means that they could do a switcheroo again, and then suddenly Knuckle just gets up close. He's like, all right. And whack. You know.
Right, we could trade off to where we get Knuckle wounded again. Kind of, not Knuckle wounded again, but basically like Shoot, where Shoot ends up doing his part, but it's Knuckle and wears out, you know, Youpi a little bit. Melioron comes in, tags him, takes him out of the fight. Killua's revealed and basically gets to continue where they left off. I do feel like, though, they're setting up something just a little bit here. Now, It was the one character that I was like, I will be very depressed if they die.
Knuckle.
But I do think that they have... Yeah, exactly. The one character I think can die, but I don't want to die the most.
And who did they give backstory to this episode?
Knuckle!
Now Hunter loves to buck convention.
I know.
So that this does not necessarily mean anything, but it cannot be ignored.
I do think it's going to be something where, at the very least, even if he survives all of this, he is going to be instrumental. Like, it's going to be his ability that is the final hit for Youpi, basically. Youpi will lose access to Nen.
That would be awesome, because they do actually have a plan for making that happen now.
Right,
but how much would that actually affect Youpi is another question, because he'd still be as strong, like he'd still be insanely strong.
But Killua could probably just
Killua could handle him at that point.
Could get him, or maybe any pro hunter with just enough Nen to take a physical hit. I think that it's something where. It's easy to forget, because I think at this point in the HunterxHunter storyline, we're not supposed to be. I think it's actually. Let me just applaud HunterxHunter for this. They are not focusing on people actively choosing to use their abilities, and the show reminding us that they are actively using abilities. What they're doing right now with the narrator and stuff is a thing to keep us all apprised of who, what, where, and why, not how. The thing that's very cool about the how, I think, for the most part, is that we literally had multiple arcs before this telling us how Nen works and stuff. So we don't need to basically understand Youpi's applications of Gyo or Ten or something like that. That he's, any of that.
Yeah, we can just see the stuff happen, and we know that it's happening, and it works. And the only time we might need a little bit of explaining is when he does stuff that we have never seen before.
Exactly.
Like
the transformations and stuff.
Like the transformations,
and there you go.
All that stuff.
But specifically with Nen, what I think is just really cool about that is then when we see
Nen.
Yeah. When we see Knuckle utilize his technique and stuff, we know the finality of how big of a deal that is if it actually works on Youpi.
But the counter to that is like Youpi, as far as numbers go, Youpi is probably really high.
But I hear you, but it also doesn't really matter. It's that when he's out, he's out.
Right, yeah.
If it happens, it happens.
If they can get it to happen, then it works, and now we actually have a good chance on making it happen.
Yeah. So I think now what I'm worried about is not whether or not it's a question of what will happen after it happens. I think it's either going to happen hard, and Youpi is lost because he's tapping into a human side of him in some ways. Okay. A side of him that's a side of him that is more what he wants for himself,
yes.
And that's a cool character showcase to basically have as a character aspect to showcase as a weakness. Right. I can English. But because they're now showing little bits of Knuckles' humanity get in the way of him making the right decisions sometimes. His pride coming into play in specific instances.
But hey,
and
at least he didn't actually go back.
I know.
He was going back, and he's like,
he's like, my survival instincts are saying, nope, let's not do that.
That human side was coming in pretty strong, but that animal side that's like, no, this is a bad idea. That was stronger, and that
won out.
Thank you.
Yes, I like though that it's another parallel to the Chimera ant-human conflict. Humanity versus the monstrous, acts of humanity. Let's say the good parts of humanity, like humanity's benevolence, compassion, empathy, and all that, versus the monstrous acts of, violence or whatever in humanity.
And, okay, one other thing. I loved seeing Youpi trying to hit the fog.
Yes!
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's him trying to hit Chicandes. And that's one thing, because it's a physical thing that's floating there, right? And then eventually he figures out he can't, damage it. But trying to hit fog. I mean, I get that it's a barrier of some kind, so you're thinking, okay, there must be some way to, smash it, right? But it makes me think of, like, the people that were, like, getting all the fans and stuff to try and, like, change weather patterns and stuff,
Well, to be fair, he can't just walk through it.
Right.
So it is something that he is hitting.
Right. Yes.
That's the thing that actually makes the fog so terrifying, is that for Youpi, it is a barrier that is impassable. But in his mind, he's like, I am strong. Let's see if it's really actually impassable.
Yeah.
So then he starts attacking it. And in the stance of attacking it, it suddenly becomes fog, and he just it doesn't do anything. And it's probably the most annoying thing for him, because he's like, if it stops me, then it must have a strength threshold.
If it has hit points, I can kill it.
Yeah, eventually. But then he's like, but then when I attack it, it suddenly has no hit points. What is this? What is...
I can just...
This is not GM approved. This is not DM approved.
Rather,
Tagashi, what the hell is this?
This is GM favoritism. How did you let this pass? Really? I mean, my ability, makes sense and all that stuff.
First they had the guy teleporting.
Yeah.
Now we have the perfect invisibility guy. And then we have fog that has no hit points, but I can't walk through it. Like, Youpi just, like, getting, like, frustrated at everyone's busted abilities, and he's like, yeah, I get it. Like, I'm a really strong doggy, but, like...
He's like, but I'm just stat boosting, whereas they're creating new rules.
Right. Right. Like, the thing is that when you first look at it, I think I didn't clue in exactly why you were laughing the first time, because I'm like, I get it, it's frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
But when you think about it from a mechanic standpoint, for him, he's like, yes, I have 40 strength. I know that's overpowered, but it's not broken.
Yeah.
Like, someone just has to attack me in a non-strength related match, and I might, maybe. I mean, I do have 40 decks as well, but the
idea that he literally was, like, taking down the entire palace a little bit later, so he's very strong, even though that's stronger than he was at that point and all that stuff. But the fact that he can do that and he can't knock away some fog.
One of the things that might actually end up being a thing is, let's say Youpi's, like, really pissed at this, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? I'll do my part to disrupt them. Maybe he'll fight Knuckle here and he'll beat him, and then he'll go over to then, like, destroy that part of the palace that's underneath them, and the fog bubble will just continue floating there, because the fog will just go and provide a floor
that's inside it.
Or keep the floor that's inside
it can't fall out,
or just be the floor.
Sure.
And they'll just be standing on it.
Yeah.
And Youpi just be like, what? Like, what is this?
He grows a whole bunch more arms just so he can give as many birds as possible to the fog cloud.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf is aware inside the cocoon. This is a new development. So he is able to observe outside it.
Yep.
So that means it is probably close to the finish point.
I would think so, yeah.
I would say maybe we could still go a few more episodes without him coming out, but
since we've only gone 3 minutes into the fight so far.
Yes. That is a good thing to kind of keep in mind, is that they're trying to showcase how fast everything is happening.
Yep.
But rather than using the trope of the characters saying what's going on,
they have
for no reason.
They
have the narrator do it, which artificially lengthens the time of the show, and it's just more apparent because the characters aren't doing it.
But it does help a lot. Like okay, I can imagine
they tell us things that the characters shouldn't be able to tell us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like it's one of those things where I can imagine that this arc probably got a lot of flack because of the sort of tonal shift with how they're using the narrator.
Tonal shift. Explain that.
Just in how the episodes are kind of presented to the audience.
Tone, you're meaning more like pace.
Well, pace, but also just tone, because you're used to the characters talking about things, not this narrator person
kind of what Youpi did here, where he's doing the "in other words."
Exactly.
Anytime a character in an anime says "in other words," it's the writer trying to talk to you,
and usually it's the writer summing things up. So it's like, if you weren't following, this is what I'm saying.
But to boil it down even simpler, like, the writer is talking to you, which
Right.
is bad storytelling generally. Like,
Yeah, and not necessarily because like there are points where you absolutely need to do that, right? And a lot of times they'll disguise it in clever ways and everything.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're because there are times where doing that makes sense, right?
Yes,
for the character. And
as I said, generally, not all the time.
Yeah, but a lot of the times it's done badly. And the fact that because there's so much going on in this arc. I get the feeling that if they did not do the narrator, as good as HunterxHunter is, there would be points where in other words, type tool would be used
over and
badly.
over again.
Yeah, and over again, because there's so much to keep in mind, and the characters would have no reason to be thinking about all the variables or know all the variables in order to think about them.
Right. The one thing that I think makes it really good is that HunterxHunter is a long show, and I'm not used to longer shows just in general.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Knuckles' pride in this instance kind of caught me off guard.
Yes,
was
me too.
There's aspects of it shown like 20 episodes ago when Knuckle is, fighting Gon and stuff like that.
Right.
But the thing is that that's such a small characterization part of that section of the story.
Right.
That when it's brought up again here, you don't necessarily have any connective tissue for it without the narrator,
like the narrator.
kind of coming in and giving you a little bit of explanation.
Right.
I think it's varying degrees of magnitude that the narrator is probably like going to be something that at the end of it will be like, yeah, it was worth it. And then we'll be like, yeah, and there were also other parts where they were fluffing it and they were adding in extra time for the sake of it. I also do think that it's a clever way to actually save on money because the narrator doesn't need lip flaps to animate. He doesn't need any frames dedicated to
save that animation for the fights.
So saving that animation for the fights, it's a clever way to do that. I know that most shonen, when they have the like, in other words, stuff, it's happening in the character's head, so they are already saving on animation.
Right.
But I think that they're even more so doing it with the narrator to save on having like specific fights just be really good looking. And this is something to bring up. Like, basically all of this is either fights or it's some kind of, like exposition, narration, kind of big kind of character moment stuff. So most stories have like one or two fights, at like the beginning, end, middle, or something.
Right.
And this is just like, no, the whole thing is basically.
And they prepped for this a long time, And you can see the payoff of that saved animation budget.
Payoffs.
Plural. Well, yeah. But I'm specifically talking about that one we got last episode because
that one was
the animation
legendary.
Like the animation was at the very least passable. Like, like it wasn't that bad.
You're gonna get quoted for so long just saying that as a bad joke. Like this episode I feel like is good, probably in something else though. This is probably an element of foreshadowing that we haven't fully caught on to yet, but I'm sensing it.
All right.
Let's assume the hunter scenario and everything works out really well.
Right.
This is actually how you build up Youpi's death.
Sure.
This is how you build up putting down a good dog.
Yeah.
If
if Knuckle is the one that ends up basically making that possible, then that's
if we had one actual Chimera ant that I thought would live this entire time, you're going to be surprised. I actually thought like
it would
as
be
things shifted, it would be Youpi
because no one has any specific motivation to kill him, and he's not going to do anything really stupid.
Well. No. Oh. Yes. That's a good part of it, but that's like 10% of it. It's just that if he doesn't have Nen for a month, bop, now he's been Pokeballed, and they can just take him back and be like, we need to study him and stuff. And the thing that scared me about that possibility is that Knuckle is a very humane person. He has a lot of pride and flaws and stuff, but he's a pacifist. He doesn't like to see suffering. He doesn't like to see inhumane treatment of, let's say, animals specifically. What do you think humans would do if they had a Nenless transforming beast of a species that they've never seen before.
Yeah.
And they had perfect freedom to do basically whatever they wanted to it.
It's possible
dissected and everything. Yep.
But they would at least have control of that, because Shoot wouldn't necessarily have to give them up.
No, that's my point. And is that they would be able to choose. That's where it would create a cool character thing.
Would Youpi still be able to transform if he didn't have Nen?
Yeah, we don't know.
Like
I think that maybe on some level, sure, but maybe
because there's from magical beasts and stuff,
right? So maybe certain aspects of his transformation, yeah, probably would. Maybe he won't be able to do certain types of powered abilities within the transformation.
Yeah. He has a bunch of tentacles, but like it doesn't really matter because the tentacles are just
like they don't move that fast. They're not that strong.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not enhanced.
They can't smash stone.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. I just think that right now we're in a very layered time for specifically Youpi's character getting development and or a resolution. If they choose to have it be the resolution where he dies, I think we got a good amount of storytelling foreshadowing for that. If he survives and it goes into the you're getting dissected side of things, we now have a set up contrary response from Knuckle where he feels vindictive against Youpi because of what he did to Shoot and of how he regarded both of them.
Oh, gotcha.
But how he might end up being the only person that ends up saving Youpi from actually just being taken apart by humans.
I think Knuckle and Youpi, if they sat down and had a conversation where, they didn't need to worry about Youpi's Nen and all that stuff. And, hey, maybe it's in one of Nov's boxes, like they could do that. A box within a box, that could
they could be friends
well, potentially.
I think that's something that the arc is doing, is it's trying to switch the what makes a human, what makes a chimera ant thing, and they're trying to flip it around,
right?
But on some parts I'm actually interested to see if there's going to be any like real genuine human connection between the people that are coming to kill or stop the chimera ants and the chimera ants themselves, and that would be kind of interesting. I do think though that the one where things are still, I think, the most up in the air is the one that hasn't actually started yet, which is the king and Netero. There's a whole bunch of ways it can go there, so we're just kind of having that one in limbo for now. Gon and Neferpito, that's been pretty much laid in stone now, so it's more just what happens after the hour's over. Who screws
I guess we'll
up
find out in
first.
30 episodes.
I mean, like, if they're going to be doing things at this pace,
at this rate.
I think actually it's going to speed up probably in about 5 or 6 episodes. I would say.
I could definitely see that.
I could see them slowing it down, like for like a specific episode or two. But I don't think that they're going to keep things at this pace the whole way through.
In a lot of ways, the variables have been simplified now. You've got Neferpito just sitting there and Gon watching her. You've got Shia LaBeouf in his cocoon with Morel. Who knows how long that'll take, And then
the king and Netero in transit.
Are just in transit, right?
Yeah.
So,
we might go back down to Ikalgo and Welfin and that whole side of things.
I really hope...
We still don't know what happened to Palm! We still don't know what happened to freaking Palm!
I hope that Killua just is like, okay, I'm going to help Ikalgo just a little bit. And he just goes down. And, of course, he's like a ghost at this point, so it wouldn't even tie back to Ikalgo. It's just like, oh, here's this wolf.
See, on some level, I kind of want that to happen.
Yeah.
Welfin as a character is one that... the way he came in, I think could have been handled better. But the fact that he's in here, he's very interesting when we see him doing things.
Right, because it's this dichotomy to everything else that's happening. You can't really take him that seriously because he's just trying to work his way up.
His one little thing.
You see the futility corporate of it. Ladder. Yeah.
And you see kind of that ambition being maybe something that occupies his attention, and we're like, yeah, cool, you'd be distracted with that, cool. I mean, we're worried for Ikalgo, but then of course he was also wondering whether he should stick with chimera ants or not. So I could see him being important in the grand scheme of things as being like he's this one cog in the story that does something that has a chain reaction of consequences and stuff.
Sure.
But I want to figure out how this whole thing ties into, like, just what happened with Palm. Like, Palm just disappeared. Yep. Mm-hmm. She's probably not in a good place right now.
But if she is in a good place, then that means she's just being an amazing assassin.
I mean, that would be fantastic. We have a lot of stealthy people running around in this story, and I think it's impressive that generally in these types of stories, stealth is kind of a thing that's just
frowned upon. It's like, oh, that's dishonorable.
Or not even it's dishonorable, like the writer just doesn't want to deal with.
Right, it's ineffective. It's not epic enough. All that stuff.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be an interesting plot line to resolve with where it currently is right now. But then again, that's not something they focus on this episode, so we should wrap up the discussion for this one here.
Probably.
Looking forward to the Youpi Knuckle fight.
Yep.
Dog versus
maybe
dog
Kill
lover.
Will help out.
Yeah, maybe Kill will help out. But guys, if you want to see the next 2 episodes reactions right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. Any kind of support gives you access to our Discord, where we're going to be starting events up pretty soon. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.